Hi friends, I'm Sarah, and today I'm super excited because we are doing our first test stitch on Brother's Skitch embroidery machine. Okay, so I pulled my felt piece and my stabilizer out of my starter kit. I also took out my 4x4 frame. Now I wanted to talk about a few best practices with the magnetic frame. Now we pulled this right out of our starter kit, so I know that there's nothing stuck to it right now, but these magnets can be pretty strong. So when you use it in the future, you just want to check before starting your embroidery that there are no pins or anything metal stuck to those magnets. When you're storing your frame, best practice is to keep a piece of fabric, felt, cardboard, or even bubble wrap in between the two pieces of the frame to make it easier to remove the top piece, this dark gray, from your base below. The frame also works best with fabrics that are 2 millimeters thick or less. Identify which side of your stabilizer is shiny and place that face down on your felt. Then use an iron to fuse them together. Once your pieces are fused together, place it on top of the base of your frame. And another best practice to note here is to make sure that whatever you're embroidering is slightly larger than your embroidery frame, so that when you place the two pieces of the frame together, those magnets are really holding your fabric or your project in place. Once you've connected your Skitch to the Artspira app, the app will prompt you to choose a test stitch. I'm going to select the heart and press start. Then I'll just follow the prompts on screen, which are going to guide me through each step to starting this test design. The design is now open in my editing screen, and I don't want to make any edits right now, so I'm going to press done to move on to the transfer screen. Then I'll press transfer, press the accept button, and the embroidery carriage has moved to the initial position. I'll press close on the screen and press transfer. Next, I'm prompted to install the bobbin thread. Before I put my hands in the needle and bobbin area, I'm going to press and hold the accept button to enter the needle and thread exchange mode, which again is the safety mode to ensure that the needle doesn't move while I'm installing my bobbin and threading my needle. Now I'll remove the cover. I'm going to drop the bobbin in and follow the threading path to get it started. At the end, there is a knife that will trim the bobbin thread to the perfect length. Then I'll put the cover back on. Back on the Artspira app, I'm going to move to the next step on the screen, which is to insert the embroidery frame. I'm going to listen for the click to know that it is installed properly. Next, I'm going to prepare my upper thread. After I've threaded through the needle, I'm going to make sure to insert the end of the thread into the hole in the embroidery foot. Okay. Once that's all ready, I'm going to press and hold the accept button to exit the thread needle exchange mode. And next, we're going to do a trial run. While the machine completes the trial run, you want to make sure that your frame is not getting caught or hitting anything while it moves around. Now we're ready to embroider, and our start-stop button is flashing green, which indicates that the design is ready to go. I'm going to hold the tail end of my thread, press the start-stop button, and let the machine stitch out a couple of stitches to start. I'll press the start-stop button again and trim the end of the thread. Now you can press the start-stop button again to resume the stitch out of your design. And while the machine is stitching out your embroidery design, you can monitor the progress on your device in the Artspira app. It shows you a progress bar at the top, an estimate of the stitch out time, as well as a stitch count and a thread list below. Now our design is complete and I can select Finish on the screen. To remove the frame from the machine, I'm going to squeeze the release lever located on the embroidery carriage, pull the frame straight out, clearing the presser foot, and there you go. Wasn't that fun? And now we have our very first stitch out on the Skitch. Join me in the next video where we'll learn how to use the camera scan function to position our designs.